Are you grappling with a relentless barrage of thoughts? You're not the only one. In our high-speed world, the ability to think clearly and focus can seem like an uncommon gift. But don't lose heart. The ancient Stoics, experts of the mind, have left us a guide to cut through mental haze and discover inner lucidity. This video will delve into 11 potent Stoic teachings that can reshape your thought process and lead to a more rewarding life. This isn't just abstract philosophy, but a hands-on set of tools for achieving enhanced mental tranquility and clarity. Subscribe today and hit the notification bell to keep up with each video as we dive deeper into each transformative lesson. Become part of our learning community and share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section. We can uplift and motivate each other on this path to clearer thinking. 1. Embrace doubt and question assumptions. Presumptions. The Stoics offered a profound understanding of human nature. They proposed that genuine wisdom comes from acknowledging the enormity of our ignorance. This might seem paradoxical, but Seneca noted that expectations can deter us from taking action. When we cling to presumptions without challenging them, we erect mental walls that obstruct our vision and hinder our response. So how can we liberate ourselves from these self-inflicted constraints and foster the lucid thinking that the Stoics championed? The solution is to welcome uncertainty and challenge our presumptions. Here's how. First, we need to dissect our initial thoughts. Our brains instinctively form swift judgments based on scant information and deep-seated biases. These initial thoughts might appear logical, but they can be erroneous. We can question them by asking ourselves, what evidence backs this thought? Are there other viewpoints that I need to consider? Could my biases be skewing my interpretation? By rigorously examining our initial thoughts, we can dismantle the cognitive biases that obscure our judgment and mislead us. Second, we should pursue contrasting opinions. We usually associate with people who echo our beliefs, creating echo chambers that amplify our biases. To expand our worldview and uncover blind spots in our thinking, we should deliberately seek out varied perspectives, contrary viewpoints, challenging arguments, and novel experiences. Third, we must harness the power of what-if questions. Rather than accepting things as they are, we should investigate alternative scenarios, ponder unforeseen consequences, and question the norm. This mental flexibility enables us to foresee issues and make more enlightened decisions. Fourth, we can engage in devil's advocacy. We can pinpoint potential weaknesses and counterarguments for our thoughts and beliefs. This self-examination, inspired by the Stoic practice of negative visualization, fortifies our arguments and reveals logical inconsistencies. Lastly, we should take pleasure in intellectual modesty. True wisdom lies in recognizing the boundaries of our knowledge and being willing to change our minds based on fresh evidence or viewpoints. Intellectual modesty is the cornerstone of lucid thinking and lifelong learning. It's crucial to remember that challenging presumptions isn't about cultivating self-doubt, but empowering ourselves to think critically and make sound decisions. By embracing these Stoic principles, we can open the door to a more transparent, sharper mind, equipped to navigate the world's complexities with wisdom and elegance. So let's embark on this voyage of intellectual discovery, question fearlessly, and uncover the true potential of our thinking. 2. Define your principles and objectives. Picture embarking on a voyage across an immense sea without any navigational aids. You'd be at the whim of shifting winds and tides, uncertain of your course and destination. But if you had a trustworthy compass and a defined destination, you could steer purposefully even in the toughest conditions. This underscores the significance of having distinct principles and objectives. They act as your compass and chart, directing you through life's unpredictable tides. The Stoics were renowned for their focus on self-reflection and intentional living. As per Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, live each day with diligence, scrutinize yourself. He grasped the importance of self-examination and purpose clarity in navigating life's intricacies. To chart your own path, you must embark on a journey of self-discovery and adhere to specific guidelines. Firstly, you must delve into your principles and pinpoint what genuinely matters to you. This could be honesty, empathy, innovation, or something entirely different. Reflect on your experiences, feelings, and ambitions to identify your fundamental principles, even when confronted with obstacles. This will assist you in forming a decision-making base that aligns with your core principles. Once you understand your principles, you can translate them into tangible ambitions and objectives. Contemplate long-term ambitions and smaller intermediary objectives. Ask yourself what significant contributions you wish to make to the world, what skills and knowledge you aspire to acquire, and what experiences you desire to have. Setting clear objectives provides direction and inspiration. It's crucial to ensure that your objectives align with your core principles, not external pressures or transient desires. Ask yourself if your objectives are in harmony with your deepest principles, if accomplishing them will enhance your sense of purpose and satisfaction, and if you're prepared to make sacrifices and confront challenges to achieve them. Lastly, it's essential to adopt flexibility because life is a dynamic journey, not a static endpoint. Be ready to modify your objectives as you learn and evolve. New experiences, unexpected obstacles, and changing principles may require course adjustments. Adopt flexibility while remaining faithful to your core principles. The Stoics can serve as a source of inspiration when aligning principles and objectives. Refer to the writings of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca for guidance on self-reflection, purpose-oriented living, and navigating life's challenges with composure. Establishing your principles and objectives is an ongoing process, not a one-off event. With regular self-reflection, adaptation, and the wisdom of the Stoics as your guide, you can plot a path towards a fulfilling and genuine journey. So embark confidently, knowing that your principles and objectives are your compass, steering you towards a life brimming with significance and purpose. 3. Beware of cognitive biases. Picture navigating a thick forest with a faulty compass. Each turn you take is a gamble, leading you further into uncharted territory. Regrettably, our brains can also be unreliable compasses. They employ mental shortcuts, known as cognitive biases, that can skew reality and misguide us. Like the Stoics who meticulously scrutinize their judgments, we need to recognize these biases and actively mitigate their influence. Cognitive biases are tendencies to deviate from logical thinking. While they aid us in processing information swiftly, they can also introduce errors and distortions in our judgment. Here are some prevalent biases and strategies to counter them. Confirmation bias. Have you observed how we selectively pick information that validates our perspective while disregarding everything that contradicts it? This is confirmation bias, a cognitive bias that impacts all humans. It can obscure the truth and hinder us from making rational decisions. Hence, it's vital to be conscious of and counteract it whenever feasible. This results in a self-perpetuating cycle, making it hard to maintain an open mind. How to counter the bias. Proactively pursue contrasting viewpoints and question your assumptions. Read articles presenting different perspectives, engage in respectful debates, and contemplate alternative explanations. Availability bias. We exaggerate the likelihood of events based on easily accessible examples. For example, witnessing a plane crash on the news might instill a fear of flying even though it is statistically safe. How to counter the bias. Ground your judgments on facts and statistics, not merely striking anecdotes. Collect extensive data and take into account the wider context before forming conclusions. Anchoring bias. We assign excessive weight to the first piece of information we come across, using it as a reference point for subsequent judgments. For instance, an initial discount might make a product appear more valuable than it truly is. How to counter the bias. Be aware of starting points and initial proposals. Gather multiple data points before making a decision. Objectively compare prices, features, and benefits. Bandwagon effect. We are inclined to adopt beliefs or behaviors because others do, irrespective of their inherent worth. This can result in following trends or succumbing to groupthink, even if it contradicts our personal judgment. How to counter the bias. Reflect critically on why you hold a belief. Consider your own values and evidence before mindlessly conforming to the crowd. In-group bias. We prefer members of our group, family, friends, colleagues, over outsiders even when the situation does not justify it. It's crucial to remember that biased or discriminatory decision-making can occur, leading to unjust treatment. How to counter the bias. Be conscious of your group affiliations and their potential impact. Assess individuals based on their actions and merit, not their group affiliation. Remember, comprehending these biases is merely the initial step. The Stoics, like Epictetus, stressed personal accountability for our judgments. Actively scrutinize biases by seeking varied perspectives, objectively evaluating evidence, and exercising critical thinking. By doing this, we foster clear and unbiased thinking, enabling us to make rational decisions and navigate life's complexities with enhanced wisdom and insight. Hence, embark on this journey of self-awareness and mental lucidity. Equip yourself with knowledge of cognitive biases and, like a proficient navigator correcting a defective compass, plot your path towards a more informed and discerning future. 4. Accumulate evidence and pursue varied viewpoints. Picture forming a viewpoint about a complex issue based solely on one news article or a conversation with someone who agrees with you. It's akin to creating a masterpiece with only one color. You might grasp a fragment of the truth, but you won't comprehend the entire picture. The Stoics, who esteemed reason and logic, grasped the significance of contemplating multiple viewpoints, and we should emulate this in our contemporary world. Why is it so crucial to pursue varied viewpoints? Our brains tend to favor shortcuts and information that confirms our beliefs while disregarding evidence. This results in echo chambers that bolster our views without ever questioning them. Stoic philosopher Epictetus stated, "It is not the event itself that disturbs us, but our views about it." By proactively pursuing a broad array of options or alternative views on any issue, we can broaden our understanding, expose ourselves to different viewpoints, enhance our knowledge, and uncover nuances and complexities that we might have otherwise overlooked. Recognizing our biases, engaging with varied viewpoints aids us in identifying our preconceived ideas and biases. This self-awareness enables us to critically evaluate our thinking and diminish the influence of our subconscious biases, fortifying the base of our beliefs. When we arrive at conclusions based on a thorough examination of evidence and viewpoints, our beliefs become more solid. Respectful debate enables us to refine our arguments, pinpoint potential weaknesses, and foster intellectual resilience. So how can we proactively pursue varied viewpoints? Refer to trustworthy sources. Pursue a range of news outlets, academic journals, and expert opinions that present different viewpoints and methodologies. Be aware of confirmation bias and look for information that contradicts your beliefs. Engage in respectful conversations. Don't avoid discussions with people who hold different opinions. Pose questions, listen attentively, and strive to comprehend their viewpoints even if you disagree. Remember, respectful conversation is about mutual learning and development, not victory. Embrace varied media forms. Delve into documentaries, podcasts, and books that provide unique perspectives on various subjects. Immerse yourself in different cultures and experiences to expand your worldview and question your assumptions. Challenge your echo chamber. Step outside your social media circles and comfort zones. Pursue communities with varied viewpoints and participate in constructive discussions. Remember, intellectual growth often happens beyond the familiar. Accumulating evidence and pursuing varied viewpoints is not about discarding your beliefs. It's about enriching your understanding, acknowledging the world's complexity, and fostering intellectual humility. As you embark on this journey, remember the words of Stoic philosopher Seneca. The truth will never harm you, no matter how severe it may appear. Accept the challenge, expand your horizons, and weave a tapestry of understanding reflecting reality's multifaceted nature. With an open mind and a hunger for knowledge, you'll foster clear thinking and navigate life's complexities with enhanced wisdom and insight. 5. Slow down and reflect. Picture yourself navigating a perilous mountain trail in the dead of night. Each stride must be calculated, intentional, and based on vigilant observation. In our high-speed society, it's tempting to rush. But just as rushing can be hazardous on a risky mountain trail, it can also result in catastrophic outcomes in our everyday lives. The Stoics, experts in self-discipline and considered action, acknowledged the enormous worth of taking a moment and pondering. The renowned Stoic emperor Marcus Aurelius once stated, "Don't squander time arguing about what a virtuous man should be. Become one." In today's context, his counsel implies that we shouldn't get entangled in arguments, but instead act with purposeful decision. Why is it crucial to pause and ponder for clear thinking? Amid the hustle and bustle of daily life, we often respond impulsively, depending on automatic and reflexive reactions. This can lead to hasty decisions, overlooked opportunities, and unexpected consequences. By integrating mindful contemplation into our decision-making process, we can reap several advantages: a more accurate comprehension of the situation. Diving headfirst into decisions might hinder us from fully understanding the context, gathering essential information, and weighing all alternatives. Diminished emotional sway. Decisions made in the heat of the moment and driven by intense emotions can be obscured and myopic. Taking a moment allows us to separate ourselves from the immediate emotional intensity, facilitating a more composed and rational assessment of the situation. Recognition of potential repercussions. Rushing often obscures us from the wider implications of our choices. Contemplation enables us to predict possible results, foresee unexpected consequences, and make decisions in line with our long-term objectives and values. Development of self-awareness. By taking a break and pondering, we gain valuable insights into our thought processes, prejudices, and emotional triggers. Our self-awareness enables us to live according to our authentic selves and principles, allowing us to make decisions that align with our inner self. But how can we integrate this practice into our hectic lives? Here are some practical measures. Allocate time for reflection. Reserve specific time for contemplation, even if it's just 10 minutes a day. Utilize this time to write a journal, meditate, or simply sit in silence and reflect on your thoughts and experiences. Pose guiding questions to yourself. Before making a decision, pause to ask yourself questions like, have I considered all the possible options? And what could be the outcome if I choose one over the others? Or is this decision in line with my values and objectives? Seek outside viewpoints. Share your thoughts and worries with trusted friends, mentors, or professionals. Their insights can provide valuable feedback and widen your viewpoint. Practice mindfulness. By practicing mindfulness exercises like deep breathing or being present in the moment, we can foster a mindful approach to decision-making. This helps us detach from impulsive reactions and make more considered choices. Remember, pausing and reflecting is not about procrastination or indecision. It's about fostering deliberate choice, a fundamental aspect of clear thinking and responsible action. By incorporating these practices into your life, you'll cultivate the wisdom and calmness to navigate the world's complexities with increased clarity and purpose. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once remarked, the most effective antidote for anger is delay. Embrace the pause, engage in mindful contemplation, and observe your decision-making evolve for the better. 6. Adopt rationality and reasoning. Have you ever attempted to steer through a turbulent ocean without a compass? It can be daunting. Likewise, when our decisions are purely emotion-driven, it can occasionally lead us off course. The Stoics, advocates of reasoning and logic, were aware of this peril. They held the belief that reason was the cornerstone of lucid thinking, as it aided in distinguishing emotions from judgment. Why is it so crucial to adopt rationality and reasoning for lucid thinking? While emotions can enrich our experiences, they can also obscure our judgment, leading us to make impulsive decisions, distorted interpretations, and prejudiced perceptions. By integrating rationality and reasoning into our thought process, we unlock several advantages: identifying emotional biases. Emotions frequently activate concealed biases that influence our reasoning without conscious realization. Rationality and reasoning assist us in recognizing and overcoming these biases. Assessing evidence impartially. Emotions can distort our interpretation of evidence, causing us to select information that validates our beliefs. Rationality and reasoning enable us to impartially analyze evidence, contemplate all aspects of an issue, and form conclusions based on facts. Detecting logical fallacies. Emotions can obscure our capacity to identify faulty reasoning patterns. Rationality and reasoning provide us with the tools to detect logical fallacies and prevent us from being deceived by poor arguments. Making well-reasoned decisions. When emotions take control, our choices often become impulsive and myopic. Rationality and reasoning allow us to pause, consider options meticulously, and select a course of action in line with our long-term objectives and values. However, adopting rationality and reasoning does not imply disregarding emotions entirely. They are valuable indicators, providing insights into our values, needs, and desires. The key is to acknowledge their existence while not allowing them to govern our choices. Here are some practical measures to foster this equilibrium. Recognize your emotional triggers. Reflect on situations that provoke intense emotions. Understanding these triggers enables you to anticipate their impact and respond more rationally. Label your emotions. When experiencing strong emotions, identify them and acknowledge their existence. This simple act can create a gap between you and your emotions, allowing for more objective observation. Seek varied perspectives. Share your thoughts and feelings with trusted individuals who can provide objective feedback and challenge your emotional biases. Postpone judgment. In emotionally intense situations, resist the impulse to react instantly. Allow yourself time to calm down, gather information, and reason logically before deciding. Remember, adopting rationality and reasoning is not about suppressing emotions. It's about fostering a balanced relationship where emotions are recognized, but don't dominate your thinking. By wielding the compass of reasoning alongside the map of your emotions, you navigate life's complexities with enhanced clarity, purpose, and well-reasoned decisions. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus sagely stated, "It is not the event itself that disturbs us, but our views about it." Choose your views prudently, informed by rationality and reasoning, and chart a course toward a rewarding and meaningful future. 7. Guard against emotional hijacking. Experiencing emotional takeover is akin to encountering a sudden tempest while navigating a ship. The wind screams, waves batter, and visibility plummets. If you're unprepared, the storm can swiftly seize control, tossing your ship about and leaving you at the mercy of the elements. Similarly, when our emotions are potent and unchecked, they can dominate our thought process, leading us to make rash decisions and erroneous judgments. The Stoics, champions of self-discipline and lucid thinking, were acutely aware of this peril. They held the belief that our emotional despot could momentarily overthrow our rational mind, resulting in actions we might later regret. Why is emotional takeover such a menace to lucid thinking? When our emotions are intense, our brain's alert system, the amygdala, assumes control, shutting down the prefrontal cortex, the hub of reason and logic. This primal response is engineered for immediate survival, but can mislead us in daily life. Here's how emotional takeover can affect us. Compromised decision-making. Our emotions can obscure our judgment, making us susceptible to impulsive choices that we may later regret. Skewed interpretations. Our emotions can distort our perception of reality, causing us to perceive things as worse or better than they truly are. Inciting conflict. Unregulated emotions can intensify disputes, leading to quarrels, misunderstandings, and tense relationships. So how can we avert emotional takeover and reclaim our throne of thought? The Stoics, with their focus on self-awareness and emotional regulation, provide some invaluable tools. Mindfulness. With regular practice of mindfulness meditation, we can cultivate the ability to identify our emotions as they arise. Through this awareness, we can observe our emotions without judgment and decide how to react. This creates a gap between the stimulus and our response, enabling us to lead calmly and deliberately. Deep breathing. In moments of distress, merely taking slow, deep breaths can work wonders. Activating the parasympathetic nervous system can induce relaxation and diminish the fight or flight response. This process has been known to help individuals calm down and alleviate anxiety, allowing for clearer thinking and a sense of tranquility. Cognitive restructuring. We can challenge negative thought patterns that fuel emotional reactions. By reshaping our thinking, we can reduce emotional intensity and make more rational decisions. Taking a step back. If we feel our emotions seizing control, we can distance ourselves from the situation physically or mentally. Going for a walk, listening to soothing music, or engaging in a relaxing activity creates room for our emotions to recede and allows for clearer thinking upon our return. Remember, emotional takeover is not a sign of weakness. It's a natural human response. However, by understanding the risks and arming ourselves with these tools, we can regain control of our emotions and foster lucid thinking even amidst life's tempests. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, reminds us, the purpose of life is not to align with the majority, but to align with the truth. By curbing our emotional hijacker, we align ourselves with truth and reason, navigating life's challenges with clarity, wisdom, and integrity. 8. Practice detached concern. Visualize being an audience member at a play. You're involved, empathetic, and absorbed in the narrative, but you're aware it's merely a performance. You don't mistake the actors for their roles, and you retain a sense of dispassion while appreciating the drama that's unfolding before you. This capacity to be involved yet dispassionate is similar to cultivating dispassionate interest in life. The Stoics, with their emphasis on virtue and serenity, championed this practice. They held the belief that by fostering a sense of dispassion towards external events, while maintaining interest in what is within our control, we could attain inner peace and lucid thinking. Why is cultivating dispassionate interest essential? In life, we frequently encounter situations beyond our control. Unforeseen events, the actions of others, or societal shifts. Becoming emotionally entwined in these external factors can result in stress, anxiety, and reactive behavior. Here are some advantages of cultivating dispassionate interest. Emotional resilience. When we disengage from outcomes beyond our control, we become less susceptible to emotional disturbances. We accept that some things are beyond our influence and concentrate on how we react. Clearer decision-making. Dispassion allows us to view situations objectively and make decisions based on reason rather than emotional impulses. We can calmly evaluate options and select the most suitable course of action. Reduced anxiety. Releasing attachment to outcomes liberates us from constant worry and anxiety. We learn to have faith in our abilities and adapt to whatever transpires. How can we cultivate dispassionate interest in our daily lives? Concentrate on what's within your control. Identify factors you can affect, such as your thoughts, actions, and responses. Channel your energy towards these areas rather than focusing on external events or people's opinions. Accept impermanence. Acknowledge that change is unavoidable and nothing is everlasting. Cherish the present moment and release attachments to specific outcomes or future scenarios. Foster mindfulness. Remain present and attentive to your thoughts and emotions without being carried away by them. Mindfulness practices like meditation can aid in developing this awareness. Embrace a wider perspective. Step back from immediate concerns and consider the grand scheme of things. Ask yourself how significant this issue will be in a month, a year, or a decade. This shift in perspective can lessen the intensity of emotions associated with transient events. Practice gratitude. Concentrate on appreciating what you possess rather than obsessing over what you lack or desire. Gratitude fosters satisfaction and reduces the need for external validation. Detach from labels. Refrain from defining yourself or others based on external labels or roles. Acknowledge the inherent complexity and fluidity of identity. Remember, cultivating dispassionate interest does not imply apathy or indifference. It's about maintaining a healthy emotional distance from external events while deeply caring about your values, principles, and inner development. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely stated, make the best use of what is in your power and take the rest as it happens. By cultivating dispassionate interest, we empower ourselves to navigate life's challenges with elegance, resilience, and lucid thinking. 9. Foster composure in hardship. Visualize an adept surfer navigating the waves. With each peak and valley, they retain balance, effortlessly adjusting their posture. Life, akin to the sea, offers us waves of trials and opportunities. Fostering composure, or mental serenity and steadiness, enables us to surf these waves with elegance and lucidity. The Stoics, renowned for their tenacity and courage, underscored the significance of composure in confronting hardship. They held the belief that preserving inner peace amidst external chaos was a characteristic of wisdom and lucid thinking. Why is fostering composure essential? Resilience in hardship. Composure aids us in staying anchored and resilient when encountering obstacles, failures, or challenging circumstances. Instead of being overwhelmed by emotions, we can react with lucidity and intention. Clearer perspective. In demanding situations, composure allows us to take a step back and perceive the broader picture. We avoid becoming entangled in fleeting emotions or reacting impulsively. Enhanced decision-making. When our minds are serene and steady, we make superior decisions. Composure enables us to objectively assess options and select the most efficient course of action. Improved relationships. Preserving composure in interactions with others cultivates understanding, empathy, and effective communication. We react thoughtfully rather than reactively, leading to healthier relationships. How can we foster composure in our lives? Practice mindfulness. Regular mindfulness meditation, or mindful breathing, can aid in developing awareness of our thoughts and emotions without being swept away by them. This awareness forms the basis of composure. Accept impermanence. Acknowledge that both pleasant and unpleasant experiences are transient. Embracing the ephemeral nature of life reduces attachment and aversion, leading to greater composure. Challenge cognitive distortions. Identify and challenge cognitive distortions such as catastrophizing, black and white thinking, or personalization. Developing a more balanced and realistic perspective fosters composure. Engage in self-care. Caring for our physical, mental, and emotional well-being enhances our capacity for composure. Practice activities that promote relaxation, such as exercise, hobbies, or spending time in nature. Practice gratitude. Fostering a sense of gratitude for life's blessings, however small, cultivates satisfaction and reduces reactivity to negative events. Develop resilience. Build resilience by learning from past challenges, developing problem-solving skills, and fostering a growth mindset. Resilience enables us to recover from adversity with composure. Remember, fostering composure is a continuous practice that requires patience and self-compassion. It's not about suppressing emotions, but developing a balanced response to life's highs and lows. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca penned, "True happiness is to savor the present, without anxious reliance upon the future." By fostering composure, we fully embrace the present moment, navigate challenges with lucidity, and experience a deeper sense of well-being. 10. Welcome change and impermanence. Visualize a river continuously flowing and altering as it shapes its course through the terrain. Life, akin to the river, is in an unending state of flux and transformation. Accepting this truth of transience enables us to steer through life's tides with lucidity and tenacity. The Stoics, known for their philosophy of acquiescence and adaptability, acknowledged the certainty of change and transience. They held the view that resistance or attachment to the ephemeral only results in distress. Conversely, welcoming change with composure promotes clear thought and inner tranquility. Why should we welcome change and transience? Adaptability and flexibility. Welcoming change equips us to adjust to new situations, learn from occurrences, and evolve personally and professionally. Inflexibility and opposition to change frequently result in exasperation and stagnation. Diminished anxiety. Acknowledging life's transient nature alleviates future-related anxiety. We learn to release expectations and attachments, concentrating on the present instant. Clear viewpoint. Understanding that everything is prone to change aids us in maintaining a balanced viewpoint. We refrain from overreacting to temporary circumstances and make choices based on enduring values. Resilience in hardship. Welcoming transience cultivates resilience, empowering us to recover from obstacles and difficulties with elegance and resolve. How can we welcome change and transience in our lives? Cultivate mindfulness. Mindfulness meditation nurtures present moment awareness devoid of judgment. By concentrating on the here and now, we build resilience to change and diminish future-related anxiety. Release attachments. Recognize attachments to results, belongings, or identities that lead to distress. Cultivate the habit of releasing and welcoming life's fluidity. Concentrate on growth. Perceive change as a chance for growth and learning rather than a menace. Adopt a growth mindset that embraces challenges and appreciates continuous enhancement. Align with values. Define your fundamental values and principles and let them steer your choices and actions amidst change. Values offer stability and guidance during life's shifts. Cultivate gratitude. Nurture gratitude for life's gifts and experiences, acknowledging their fleeting nature. Gratitude encourages satisfaction and acceptance of change. Engage in self-reflection. Reflect regularly on changes in your life, lessons assimilated, and personal evolution. Self-awareness boosts your ability to steer through change with lucidity and intent. By welcoming change and transience, we synchronize ourselves with life's natural rhythm. We release resistance, welcome new prospects, and live genuinely in each instant. As Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher, penned, "The universe is change. Life is opinion." Welcoming change enables us to mold our lives with purpose and insight. 11. Prioritize self-care. Self-care is akin to gardening. Infertile soil cannot produce thriving plants, and neglecting your physical and mental health obstructs clear thought. The Stoics, advocates of self-control and comprehensive living, acknowledged the profound link between physical and mental health. They asserted that authentic well-being and lucid thinking are grounded in healthy practices and self-care. As stated by Epicurus, their esteemed philosopher, man is not perturbed by events, but by the views he holds of them. This insight underscores that self-care is crucial for optimal mental health. When one facet of your health is compromised, the other is also affected. You can bolster your cognitive capabilities in numerous ways by taking care of your physical and mental health. Persistent sleep deprivation can hinder cognitive function, making it difficult to concentrate, recall information, and think critically. It can also result in emotional instability, impulsiveness, and poor decision-making. Unhealthy dietary habits can cloud your thinking, weaken memory, and contribute to mental fog. Conversely, a balanced diet abundant in brain-enhancing nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids energizes your cognitive function for peak performance. Maintaining an active lifestyle ensures sufficient blood circulation to the brain, fortifying neural connections and boosting cognitive function. Regular exercise enhances focus, memory, and overall brain health, fostering an ideal environment for clear thinking. To foster a conducive environment for clear thinking, implement practical measures such as prioritize quality sleep. Secure 7 to 8 hours of tranquil sleep every night. Establish a consistent sleep schedule. Create a soothing bedtime routine and avoid electronic screens an hour before sleep. Fuel your brain with nutritious foods. Opt for brain-enhancing foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean protein, and sources of omega-3 fatty acids such as fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds. Remain active. Allocate 30 minutes of your day to physical activity, whether it's brisk walking, swimming, dancing, or team sports. Effectively manage stress. Employ relaxation techniques such as yoga, deep breathing, or meditation, and practice mindfulness to comprehend your thoughts and emotions without being judgmental. Look after your mental health. Give priority to activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Seek help when necessary, and practice self-compassion and self-care. Remember, self-care is not selfish, but an investment in your overall well-being. By giving priority to healthy habits and self-care, you cultivate fertile ground for clear thinking, emotional resilience, and a life filled with greater clarity, purpose, and accomplishment. As advised by Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. Be someone who prioritizes well-being, nurtures a healthy mind and body, and observes your capacity for clear thinking flourish, guiding you towards a rewarding and meaningful life. Bear in mind that the adoption of these Stoic tenets is a journey that demands ongoing effort, not a one-off accomplishment. As you incorporate these teachings into your everyday life, you'll notice a shift in your outlook, an enhanced capacity to tackle challenges with clarity, and a renewed sense of mastery over your thoughts and actions. So embark on this transformative journey, nurture your Stoic mindset, and unlock the full potential of your cognitive prowess. We encourage you to participate in the discussion and express your views in the comments section below. If you found this video motivating and enlightening, we kindly ask you to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content on Stoicism and personal development. Collectively, let's persist in learning, growing, and flourishing on the path to self-realization and enlightenment. We express our gratitude for accompanying us on this exploratory journey. Your support and involvement are invaluable to us as we aim to foster a community committed to personal growth and transformation. We eagerly anticipate continuing this shared journey, bound by our mutual dedication to leading a life of virtue, resilience, and inner tranquility.